Hi, welcome to your yin session today. I'm going to give it about 1 to 2 minutes for everybody to get checked in, settled in. Hopefully you got the memo and you have your pillows, just a couple. And if you like to lay a blanket out on your mat, I do this often when I practice yin because it gives you a nice space to rest the body on. You feel really supported when you do this, to surrender. And in about a minute, I'm going to talk about yin in relation to yang. So just take a moment to grab your things. If you don't have a pillow handy, I encourage you to even just use your bed pillow. For yin, the purpose is to really surrender and go very deep into a very passive hold of the pose where you feel the joints open, you feel the muscles open. For an end of session, very deep stretch feeling. So I'll give it just about 10 more seconds. Please set up near a wall if you can. So what I will be doing after the first pose is turning my mat so that I can face the wall. So preferably if you can set up near a wall, that would be ideal. And just take a moment while we let everybody sign on, get checked in, to ask yourself how you're feeling today. Scan the body. Notice what sensations you have in the body. Is there tension? Is there ease? Just scan, notice, check in, and do that again. Scan, notice, check in. Maybe closing the eyes, observing the breath wherever you are, and just saying welcome to your yin session for today. Okay, so really quick. Yang is what we like to call more active energy. Yin is the more passive energy. Our day and age today has taken a big turn towards yang, towards the very quick pace, where we're missing the opportunity to pause. We're missing the opportunity to slow down, to notice things that are going on in between. When we multitask, we skip the details, we skip the subtleties, and it's really important to balance any fast-paced movement with what we are going to do today. I'll read this excerpt really quick from Bernie Clark's Complete Guide to Yin Yoga book. He is known to be one of the first founders of Yin. In our own life, we often experience both the slow and quick transformations of yin into yang and yang into yin. We wake up in the morning, yin becomes yang. Sometimes our awakening is slow, leisurely. This is a slow transformation. Sometimes we wake with a start and jump out of bed, perhaps because we overslept. When we work long hours for many weeks or months in a row, a very yang lifestyle, our body may seek balance by suddenly making us too sick to work, a very yin lifestyle, or it may gift us with a severe migraine to slow down. Yang is quickly transformed into yin. In this last example, We can see that if we stay too long in an unbalanced situation, the universe acts to restore balance. So if this didn't give you goosebumps, I definitely got goosebumps. I'm going to reread that. We can see that if we stay too long in an unbalanced situation, the universe acts to restore balance. So what's happening with us going through this pandemic, us having to stay home, us having to slow down, is the universe calling for us to draw out of that yang lifestyle and pursue a more yin approach. So today's practice is really going to dive deeply into understanding how to restore that balance. It throws us to the other side. Our health may suffer and our lives may change if we do not heed the need for balancing yin and yang. The transition can be devastating. A heart attack could be the balancing force applied to us. These imbalances are often referred to as an excess or a deficiency. We can have an excess or deficiency of either yin or yang. And if you take a quiet moment off script to ask yourself, what is off balance? Have we been living too yang? Have we brought this circumstance upon ourselves? Is this the universe's way of finding, offering, gifting balance? We can have an excess or deficiency of yin or yang, and the cure is to apply the opposite energy to control the imbalance. So let's go ahead and find that cure, apply the opposite energy of yin in our very yang lifestyle. So for the first pose, set up on your belly and bring your bigger pillow or cushion to your left. Take time from your belly to pull the left knee up onto the left pillow. And slowly set up another big pillow to the upper right of your space, lined up with your shoulder. Press into the left fingers, take an inhale. Sweep the right arm under the left, exhale. Take your time. Inhale, reach the left arm to the sky now, and let the left wrist land towards your first pillow, or second pillow. And so what you're finding here is a gentle opening through the left hip crease, a nice opening through the left shoulder, a stretch in the back of the right shoulder, and a twist for the spine. So just a reminder to always practice in a way that feels safe and sincere. Let's feel the back of the head land here. And just begin to notice the breath. If you have an extra cushion, perhaps you drop it under the left ankle. Really allow yourself to land here mentally. Take a big breath in. Sigh it out. Exhale. Again, in through the nose. The practice is still one of the breath. Let it go. Exhale. Close the eyes and just begin to notice where the mind takes you away from this hold. Slow inhale. Soften with the exhale. Again, in through the nose. Out through the nose. And so maybe you start to feel sensation creep up and begin to feel stronger. And this is where you really regulate the breath. Slow down the breath. Seeing the inhales to the top. And the exhales to the bottom. Filling up with every inhalation. Soften through the right ankle, the left shoulder. Exhale. Allow each cycle to take you a little bit deeper into this sensation. Controlling the breath. In the first minute, it might be normal to move until you find your spot. But once you find it, I do encourage you to find stillness. Breath in. Noticing the pure breath out. What are you holding in the throat and in the left shoulder? Stay with the breath. Deepen the breath. Soften the left knee. Gaze away from the left knee. Still holding, breathe deep. Relax the right butt cheek. Option to move the pillow away from the left arm, surrendering the left hand to the floor. Deep breathing, controlled breathing. Let's take 10 more cycles. 9. 8. 7. 'Surrender towards gravity. 6. 'Sensation in the left shoulder is good. Just breathe 5 more. 'Deep breathing. 4. 'Almost there. Stay for deepness. 3. 'Soften through the stomach. Just 2. 'Last cycle. Feel the heart open. Option to stay for 3 to 5 more breaths, or perhaps much longer, you choose. Really dissolving in that left shoulder joint. Relaxing through the left wrist. One more. option to stay longer. Soften that left butt cheek, stay for your last cycle. Maybe side out, landing fully into this. Noticing the entire skeleton, right butt cheek is soft, ankles are soft. And if you so choose, slowly come fully onto the back for neutral. Just pausing, left leg long. Allow it to be really gentle as you enter neutral on your back. Deep breath. Scan the body head to toe, toe to head. Audible breath. Acknowledging what that pose has brought on for you. One more sincere cycle. Allow yourself to feel relaxed. And then slowly coming back onto the belly. Ensure you have space to the right of you, but please move really mindfully. Please move very slowly. Think of this as being the complete opposite of what you do on your day-to-day. Let it be the slowest you've ever moved your body. Inhale, pulling the right knee up to hip height, allowing the knee to fall on a cushion. You decide what height. And then pressing into the right fingers, breath in to lift the chest. Exhale to sweep the left arm under the right. And slowly open the chest and shoulders. Land the right hands next to the door. And slow. I have a door, you don't have a door perhaps. And slow down the breath. So again, the stretch is coming into the back of the left shoulder. And you're finding sensation through the right hip joint. And you're landing the right wrist maybe towards another cushion or pillow. Come back to the breath. Starting with 5 steady cycles to just awaken this side of the body. 4. Notice anything you're holding in the right shoulder. Soften that. 3. And the deeper you breathe, it's very good for the middle of your body. 2. Deep, controlled breaths in the center of your body. 1. And really land into this, surrendering the shoulders, back of the head, and back of the neck. Noticing the breath. Without overthinking it. The purpose is to pick one spot and be obedient enough to stay in that spot. Be asking yourself if you need a cushion under your knees. Relaxing through the right leg early. And if you're still fidgeting, take a moment to find that spot of stillness. Feeling the exhale go to the low back. Deep breaths into the throat, the forehead. Controlled breaths. Where can you find stillness? Surrender the right shoulder more to the floor. Breathe to shift your gaze away from the right knee. Inhaling for expansion in the spine. Exhaling to surrender into stillness. And when you start to feel warm in a target area, breathe. Let's soften the cheeks, the tongue. Let's find open shoulders. Really dissolving at the knee joint. Where is the breath? And it's only in stillness that the deep work is being done. How can you breathe deeper? Let your practice be safe. Breathe, let your practice be authentic. And surrender more towards gravity. Relaxing at the right hip, the right glute. Let's take 3 to 5 final cycles here. Noticing the breath. Feel the skin melt from the right leg. Maybe removing the cushion from the right arm, allowing the right arm to fall closer towards gravity. Final cycle. Maybe sigh it out. Backs of the shoulders soften. And let's slowly come onto the back with ease, moving gently, moving sincerely, moving slower than you think you can, knowing that you can hold that pose much longer. Where is the breath? Scan the body. sun belly. Notice the breath. Entering deeper into the state of calm. Entering deeper into your parasympathetic nervous system, where everything is relaxed. Everything is ready to confront. Notice the rise and fall of the tummy and chest. Taking another cycle to acknowledge all the open channels in your body now. Option to take your next pose together, which is child's pose. Moving really, really, really slowly. Maybe you have a towel or cushion under your knees. Option to set up 1 or 2 blocks in front of you. And just keep the toes touching, bring the knees a little bit wider, and lower the chest down onto your blocks. Knowing that the blocks are optional, you're really lengthening through the lower lumbar. Option to bring hands next to you. Option to bring knees together. Option to reach the fingers forward, open the palms to the sky, to open the shoulders. Maybe the forehead comes down. Breathe. We're here for about 3 minutes. Please keep the breath present. If the pillow is in the way of your heart being open, readjust. We always take a few moments at the start of your pose to pick that spot of stillness, to pick that spot of resistance. Taking any variation of child's pose and breathing into it. Allow each exhale to bring surrender. Letting go of force, intrusion, and judgment. The compression through the hips is going to be like a nice massage once you get out of this pose. Just stay with the breath, please. As you inhale, let it be full. As you exhale, let it be one of surrender. So deep. Relaxing the back of the neck. One more minute. You can do this. Breathe. Soften the eyebrows. Soften the knees. Soften the bum. Keep the breath moving. Five more cycles. 4. 3. Let go through the stomach and the chest. 2. Last one. 1 more. Sigh it out. Your pace, moving as slowly as you possibly can. Inhale to lift the torso. And slowly come onto face the wall. So if you need to bring legs long, maybe pausing on the back for 5 cycles of breath. Where is the breath? Acknowledge all the internal systems. And we'll be targeting the glutes next, the butt cheeks. So if you're just joining, welcome. If you're not already facing the wall, go ahead and face the wall. And bring your blanket to maybe double or triple up. We'll start with the bum away from the wall first. So figure 4 on the wall is excellent for realigning the hip bones, the pelvis, and space. So the pillow or blanket, if you're using, should be a shin's length away from the wall. Land the low back onto the pillow. Press, inhale, left foot against the wall. With a bend in the left knee, bring the right ankle across the left thigh. Taking a couple moments and breaths to land into this. This is a favorite because there is so much sensation through the glute and through the inner hip crease. Inhale. Finding that spot where the spine is long, the chin is slightly up, maybe reaching arms to surrender. Audible, controlled cycles of breath. Allow yourself to exhale that right knee forward. And the real work begins when you use the breath and hold in stillness. Softening through the jaw, the temples, following every single cycle of breath. Relax the right ankle. Breathe to find stillness. Soften the throat. Where is the breath? Soften the wrists. Deep breathing. And if you feel you have met your edge and you can hold no longer, you're accountable to see yourself out. We will be holding for 2 more minutes. Send every exhale where you most need it. Deepen the exhale at the right glutes. Surrender the spine with an exhale. Let's take 10 more breaths. Seven, almost there. Unclench. 6, soften near the pelvis. 5, 4, 3, 2. You are doing so great. Last one. Big breath in. Hold at the top. Sigh it out. Maybe slowly wiggle yourself away from the wall. Coming with legs long to pause in between. Hands to belly. There's no rush. Let that go. Notice sensation. Acknowledge what has opened up. Acknowledge what you can let go of. One last cycle. Beautiful work. Maybe you're ready for the next side. Keeping the pillow a shin's length away from the wall. Move slowly, please. Resting the low back onto your pillow. Perhaps you recline. Pick up the right foot. Press the right foot against the wall. Connect the left ankle over the right thigh. Lining up right ankle, right knee, right hip. So ensure your distance from the wall is correct. And then notice an exhale to land into this. We're holding it together. We're slowing down together. Wiggling until you find a spot of stillness. And closing the eyes to breathe more deeply and sincerely into that stillness. Noticing the left knee. Confronting the left glute. Maybe finding a gentle smile as the weight of the head lands. And the real work begins when you find the stretch. When it becomes challenging to hold, but it's the breath that keeps you going. Soften the spine. You are doing so well holding this. Exploring breath. Nothing is pinching. Everything is free. Soften the tongue. Two more minutes. Practicing in a way that is safe. With the breath ever so present. Maybe relaxing at the arms. You're doing great. Deepen the breath. Maybe sighing out through the mouth. Almost there. Relax where you can. At the right ankle. at the left glute. Ten more breaths. Nine. Oh yeah. 8. We're in it together. 7. 6. 5. 'Soften the low back. 4. 3. 2. 1. Option to stay longer, or just as slowly and just as mindfully find your way out. No rush. Take your time. Wiggling onto the back. Legs long. How much has changed? Three cycles. 2. 1. If you are ready. Our last pose before we just rest and legs against the wall is also legs against the wall, but take a V formation. So bring your bum maybe on a pillow or blanket, literally as close to the wall as you can go. So sit yourself up onto it just like this. Bring the heels to stack over the hips. Breathe. Go slowly. Take your time. There's no rush. And then slowly open the heels wide. Just like this. Land with the hips feeling nice and even. Allow the pubic bone to find a C curve so that there's no pinching in the low back. And we're holding this together for about 3 minutes. Are you breathing? Allowing gravity to do its thing and pull the ankles and heels down more. Finding stillness after the fidgeting. Slowing down the mind with the breath. Sending the exhales into the long spine. Maybe reaching arms behind you to open laterally. 2 more minutes. You will feel so good after this. What can you let go of? Breathe. Targeting the inner thighs. Let the sensation come. Let the sensation sit. Exhale to let the sensation go. Relax the backs of the shoulders, just under the rib cage. Breathe, maybe opening a little deeper without force. It's very passive. Asking the body what it would like. Eight more cycles. 7. Feel it through the thighs, the knees. 6. Soften the wrists. 5. Stay for 4. Just 3. Finding clarity with the breath for 2. You're equal on both sides. Last one. Sigh it out. Unravel through the inner thighs, hip flexors, hip creases. They're finding ease. So you have the option to hold this, or maybe inhale, draw the heels together, and we'll be here for 1 to 2 minutes. And just like I left you here yesterday, you are more than welcome to stay here today. Much longer, upwards of 5 minutes, upwards of 10 minutes. The question is to honor your truth. So what is your edge? Do you breathe into it? Do you stay longer if you can? Do you allow the body to come out if you can't, without the mind's ego and judgment? Listen to the body. The body listens to the breath. Let's take 5 more cycles together. 4. 'Breath is power. 3 more. Just 2. you have had enough, you may come out very slowly, very gently, very deliberately. However, I encourage you to stay for another 1 to 5 minutes, maybe even bringing legs long. And if you have any questions, if you want to see this more often, maybe once a week, like every Wednesday, let me know. And I can make this happen for you every Wednesday, a different sequence every time. I have turned on commenting if you choose to leave feedback. It's not mandatory, but I do love to hear what you thought. Wherever you are, stay with the breath, even though I'm not reminding you to. Just know that you have done really deep work. Awesome. Oh, wonderful. No worries. So what I have in mind for next Wednesday is a different sequence, but still a yin sequence, targeting for some deeper twisting through the torso. You are so welcome. I'm glad to hear you guys liked it. Different and calming. No problem. No problem. The first one was a little bit challenging, wasn't it? Yeah, that's okay. Oh, great. So again, just like that little excerpt that I read, what we are going through right now, being in quarantine, this is very, very, very necessary. It is very, very, very important. You guys have done really amazing. Okay, so I will offer it every Wednesday at 4:30 then. Very simple. Just because you guys asked for it. That's all you gotta do. Please drink lots of water. Whatever we've opened up in this session needs to be flushed out. There is a very deep release that goes on. So just like you drink a lot of water after a massage, you drink water after a deep yin session. Hi. Water. Very, very, very important. Drink water. Awesome. So good. Beautiful. Thank you guys. Have an awesome evening. Stay home, stay safe. Check on someone who is alone in quarantine. And see you tomorrow for our regular breathe and stretch. Bye. DM me if you have questions. No problem.